Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video of Buck. Hopefully everybody's doing good. She's a holiday today, over here in Canada anyways. And so that's why I'm not at work. But I got some great news for you guys. Really great news for me. About a month ago now, I went down to my local thrift store because I had a thought in my head. I'm thinking, I bought my very first bonsai at a grocery store. Then I get looking online on YouTube, and people got videos about this. You can buy bonsais the odd time at grocery stores. More in the cities, I find, than the small towns. But anyway, it got me thinking. Because the tree that I bought, I went online and I researched it, and it's alive and well to this very day. I've had that thing for, 6 months or whatever. It's a nice little Sarissa snow rose, and it's doing perfect. Because I know what to do, I know how to take care of it. I just looked it up instantly. I bought it at night. It was in the winter, it was cold. So I bring it out into my coat, and I got in the car, and I went home and I put it on YouTube and I watched these videos. So today, like I said, that was my first one. My idea was, I thought, how many people buy these things and then they die? And then some of the pots are gonna wind up at thrift stores, right? It just makes sense. So I had that thought, and I was like, all right. So about a month ago, I got down to the thrift store, like I was saying, and I got talking to the lady, and I told her, I said, do you ever see these little bonsai pots come in? I'm thinking maybe people might buy them the odd time. Oh, there's a nice little bonsai at a grocery store, and it dies, and you give it. But she said, yeah. She said, I get them in all the time. And as a matter of fact, today when I was there, she told me last year was the year that she had them all the time, and I just wasn't around. I wasn't into it last year. This is my first year, kind of. So I started watching. I started going down there every weekend and taking a look, and nothing, right? A watch pot never boils, right? So I had like 2 weeks where I couldn't go down there. And today I'll go down, I go by, it's closed. I was like, oh shit, it's a holiday, so I figured that. So I go over to Preston's, get a sausage, and I'm like, Preston, I'm gonna leave my bike here, walk over to Giant Tiger, pick up a couple t-shirts. I do that, I come out of Giant Tiger, I go over, I walk by the thrift store again, and now he's open. So I go in, and they're like, oh hey, and I'm like, you guys see any bonsai pots committed all, eh? And the lady says, yeah. She says, I did. She goes, I got one yesterday. She's like, come with me. And she takes me over and she shows me this bonsai pot. I'm like, I'll take that if it's for sale. Like, I have no worries, right? Yeah, she says, no problem. So I look around, and Paul comes out, her husband, I'm talking to him. So anyways, guys, look at this little baby guy. And that's not plastic, that's a ceramic pot. Has the hole, it's got some old stains on her. It's very old. Let me hold that so you can kind of see that better. It's an older pot. Look at the dust on the top. Like this thing, when something's been in like storage in your attic or something, or your garage for like 20 years, that smell that stuff gets? This thing has that smell of like just sitting in storage forever. So I can tell that this is an older pot. And it's like I say, it has no writing on it, but it's more of like a legit pot. It's got the actual hole for the water drainage. It's got the little feet on it. It's kind of the same color as the ones that I got off Amazon. It's much smaller. The ones I got on Amazon were $20 each. And this is basically the same color, but it's like crackled and stuff. Yeah, it's definitely got some age, which is nice, right? Because anybody can buy a new one. It's the older ones you want if you get into bonsai for a while. So, and that's one of those things that I've learned. So this will be the oldest pot that I have, even though I have no idea how old it is. All my other ones are new, including that one that my Sarissa came in, right? So I was really thrilled to find that. And of course, that's a beautiful little fake tree and everything. Like if you wanted one just fake, but I'll be removing that, and just like it's the pots that I'm after, right? So that was perfect. And when I asked her, I'm like, hey, what do you gotta have for that? This would be $20 on Amazon for sure. And when I asked the lady how much you gotta have for that, $3. So of course I give her $5. You know what I mean? I'm a nice guy. It was one of those things where I was thinking too, it's like, okay, you guys know I've been wanting these little pots, so don't ding me with like a $20 price tag, because like nobody else in a thrift store is gonna do that. But I want them, and I can get a brand new for $20, right? Like, well, I can just order it at home. I don't have to go look in the thrift store for a used one for $20. So yeah, when she said 3, I was like, okay, right on. This lady's exactly like I am. Great, good person, very good heart. You know what I mean? Like somebody being honest, right? And that's why I give them 5. I was like, no, hey, you know, like I'll always do that. But I mean, that's perfect. That was my first one ever from a thrift store. Then that's her. I got a bunch of little trees coming up inside of my nursery and stuff. I got things around, and this is a very small, shallow pot, which I didn't even have one of these this shallow, by the way. Mine are all a little bit deeper. You know what I mean? I don't have a lot of, I got a lot of training pots. I got a lot of trees. I don't have a lot of bonsai pots. So to finally have a thin one is mint. It'd be nice to get a couple different colors though, because now I have 3 this color and I have 1 blue one. So some other colors would be cool. Anyway. Nice little tree. If I was into the plastic ones, you know, I would keep that one because it's probably been in there. Like I say, there's 20 years worth of dust on this thing. I can see it. I don't know if the camera can really pick it up, but yeah, it's all dust up in there. You know what I mean? Like it was just taken out of storage, and like this can go to the Goodwill store kind of deal. So that's what happened. As you can see, my dogs are patiently waiting for me because they want to go for a walk, and it's got 7 minutes in this video. So I might as well set this little tree down, take those guys for a walk. The sun's finally coming out, and I do want to get a workout in today too. But I just wanted to jump here and show you guys, jump on here and show you guys that, because that was kind of really exciting for me. That's my first one from the thrift store. I'm just in a small town, right? You might see more of these in the city in thrift stores, where it's easier to get bonsai trees. Out here where I am, it's not so easy to get the trees, the pots, you know. I also got a Japanese juniper this weekend, a big dwarf one that's got cascades all over it and stuff, so sooner or later I'll be starting a few of those babies. For eventually I want to sell some out of the road when I get a bunch of stuff going, but that'll take a year or so. You know how trees are, they take a while. But anyways, that'll be a whole different video. For now, there she is, the little thrift store tree, guys. That's a nice side of her right there. Probably keep that in there until I'm ready to use this pot, eh? Anyways, you guys, have a great day. I love you. And I'll be back in a little bit with a workout for you, okay? Yeah, don't go nowhere. Love you guys.